Trump got people in ICE quitting their jobs because they said the mission and the value of what ICE supposed to stand for, that's going out the window. They said it was supposed to be protecting Americans and like from terrorists and stuff. They said, oh, no. That ain't what it's about no more. It's about, let's see how many people we can get deported. It's about numbers now, right? So the dude, like, I don't want to work here no more because I ain't with this. I wonder how many other people are going to follow him, because I had a friend who worked federally in a federal department. And he was telling me how some of his colleagues got pulled from the department that they're in to ICE. So they're pulling people from other departments against their will to go to ICE. And because, as you know, ICE is the biggest, but that's crazy. People quitting their job because they don't like that shit.
Listen, when even ICE agents start walking off the job, something big is going on. Hello family, and welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Amy, and today's topic is heavy. Well, ICE agents are reportedly quitting, and not because of pressure from the public or social media, but after a violent ambush that left some of them shaken to the core. And we are talking about an actual attack. Well, a group of people dressed in full military-style gear staged a coordinated assault outside an ICE detention center in Texas on July 4th. And they opened fire on unarmed officers, and a contracted security officer was seriously injured. 10 people were arrested, and it wasn't random. It was planned, organized, and it was also terrifying. Now, some of the agents who are already questioning their role within the agency have decided to call it quits. And honestly, a lot of people aren't surprised.
This morning, happy Saturday. So ICE agents are quitting at a fast rate of speed. A lot of ICE agents are saying that this is not what they signed up for, that, they had originally signed up to deport people that, were actually criminals in this country, that, did bad shit, but this is, basically just kidnapping people off the street. So a lot of ICE agents have been resigning, which is fantastic news. Absolutely fantastic news. But again, they have a lot of funding and a lot of people that do not like, us Latinos, Hispanics, and every other race. So we still have to be very careful, because they have the way to, as many as are quitting, hire as many as they want. So that doesn't mean that we're safe, guys, but excuse me. But like I said, it is good news. At least we do know that some of the people in there do have morals, I guess, still somewhat.
So apparently ICE agents have been quitting in droves because they're afraid of getting doxxed and followed home from work and attacked on the job, whatever. I'm just what do you mean you're a Nazi and a little bitch? If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough, or whatever the they say. I don't know if this is real, but one of the articles I was reading about this had this quote from this ICE agent, and he was like, "The protesters are showing up at my house. They know where my wife works. How about the wife that y'all just tore out of her job and sent to a prison camp in Louisiana? What about that wife? What about the homes that y'all are barging into without warrants and tearing families apart in?" On top of all of this, I guess they're also compiling a list of citizens that have been critical of ICE. Hello.
Hey, it's Joe from Georgia. Well, there's some job openings if you want to apply for it. Now, these jobs involve probably working any hours of the day or night. You're going to have to get armored up every day for it. And you're going to be either breaking into someone's houses or snatching people off the street for the job. Now, I hear it pays very well. Oh, and you've got to wear a mask over your face so people can't identify you. Well, that's what's going on with ICE. They've got a ton of job openings. And the biggest reason is why comes out of the White House, of course, because Stephen Miller's making their job almost impossible to do. And these people are finally figuring out maybe this isn't good for my future to be snatching up people off the streets and sending them to detention camps. It might sound like the brown shirt people over in the 1930s in Germany. So there are openings if you want to be an ICE agent and you're the person who wants to make sure that you throw every person that you can out of the country, whether they're good or bad. It might be the job for you. So, because the other ICE agents who are doing the job are leaving at record paces. They're figuring it out that maybe this isn't a great legacy for them. So if you're looking for a job, I hear that the Department of Homeland Security and ICE, they're hiring.
Now, some of these agents have spoken out saying they are tired of chasing quotas, tired of being used for political agendas, and tired of being put in dangerous situations without a mission they believe in. And one former ICE attorney even said he left because the agency had lost its original purpose. And instead of focusing on real threats, they were being pushed to arrest anyone, even those with no criminal history, just to hit numbers. And it's not just the physical danger that's getting to them, it's the emotional and moral toil too. And some say they joined thinking they'd be protecting the country from violent criminals, and instead they're detaining working moms, teenage kids, and long-term residents with no violent records.
Do not let ICE agents tell you that the reason why they are quitting, if in fact they are quitting in droves, is because they fear for their lives and that of their families. Please, okay? Could it be because it's hard to sleep at night after you've heard the cries of babies being ripped apart from their parents and taking them to places unknown? Could it be after a day of zip tying a kindergarten class worth of kids? A pillow feels like a goddamn rock. Now, I don't know what it takes to become an ICE agent. I don't know what the bar is. I'm presuming it is lower than the dog shit that I just stepped on in my backyard, okay? I have seen a nary ICE agent training video. I've seen more firefighter training videos, police training videos, and I've seen ICE agent videos, okay? And I'm guessing a lot of these guys are a lot of weekend warrior meets Johnny wannabe, fuck G.I. Joes, okay? Couldn't pass the medical for the army, couldn't quite get that point to pass a local police exam. So they thought they were going to be soldiers. It's one thing to be a soldier on the battlefield. It is quite another being a soldier when you are rolling up in a village. You know, PTSD comes at you fast, and too bad there won't be Medicaid to help you.
Well, there's also been talk online about job ads for ICE positions. And some people believe those are popping up because so many agents are quitting. And now I don't know for sure if that's directly connected, but the timing definitely has people talking. And it just adds to the feeling that something inside ICE is shifting. And maybe, just maybe, even cracking. So what's interesting is how the public is reacting. Well, some people are straight up celebrating the fact that agents are quitting, and others are more thoughtful, saying this could be a wake-up call about how we treat people on both sides of this system. And then there are those who don't feel sympathy at all. They believe ICE has operated unchecked for too long, and if agents don't like the consequences, they can leave. But now guys, here's what I want to ask you. Do you think these ICE agents walking away deserve our sympathy? Or is this just the consequences of signing up for a system that's always been controversial? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I really want to hear your take on this, whether you support them, criticize them, or feel something in between. Just keep it respectful. And if you're into real conversations like these, stories that go beyond the headlines, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Trending Pulse Worldwide, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next one. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for sticking around, and bye for now.